Welcome to the Zombie Story Zone. In tonight's thrilling tale, we dive into the legendary story of King Shahryar and Scheherazade, but with a terrifying twist. A kingdom cursed by betrayal, a fearless queen with a secret, and an army of the undead lurking in the shadows, this romantic thriller will keep you on the edge of your seat. Join us as we unravel a tale of love, survival, and dark secrets that could change the fate of the entire kingdom. Will Shahryar and Scheherazade escape the horrors that await them, or will the zombie plague consume them all? Watch till the end for an unexpected twist that will leave you speechless. If you enjoy our stories, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling zombie tales. Your support helps us bring even more exciting content your way. Let us know in the comments what you think of this story and how we can make our tales even better for you. Your feedback is invaluable, and we love hearing from you. Stay tuned for more zombie-filled adventures, only on the Zombie Story Zone.
From the graveyards to the streets, hear the whispers low. Every story's a thrill, come and let your courage show.
Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, King Shahryar ruled with unmatched authority. His people revered him, yet his heart was shrouded in bitterness. His trust had been shattered when he discovered his queen's betrayal. From that day, Shahryar vowed never to trust another woman, marrying a new bride every night and executing her by dawn. The kingdom trembled under the weight of his cruelty, but none dared to question the king. That is, until Scheherazade, the daughter of the royal vizier, stepped forward. Scheherazade was known for her wit, beauty, and unshakable courage. When her father begged her not to volunteer, she replied, "I cannot watch our people suffer in silence. I have a plan." On the night of her marriage, Scheherazade appeared before Shahryar in a stunning crimson gown, her eyes glinting with resolve. The king, though weary of women, could not deny her allure. Yet, as the hour drew near for her fate to be sealed, Scheherazade requested one thing. "Before I die, my lord, allow me to tell you a story," she said, her voice steady but filled with urgency. Intrigued by her calmness, Shahryar agreed. She began weaving a tale so captivating that when dawn approached, the king found himself desperate to know its conclusion. Scheherazade smiled slyly and said, "If you spare my life another night, I will finish the story." The king, consumed by curiosity, agreed. The stories unfold. Night after night, Scheherazade spun stories of adventure, love, and betrayal. Each tale ended with a tantalizing cliffhanger. Over time, the king's icy demeanor began to thaw. He found himself laughing, frowning, and sometimes even tearing up at her words. But something else was happening, something darker. Strange rumors began circulating in the palace. Servants whispered of eerie groans in the night, shadowy figures roaming the halls, and livestock disappearing mysteriously. One moonless night, as Scheherazade recounted a story about a cursed village, a loud scream echoed through the palace. Shahryar and Scheherazade rushed to the source of the commotion. They found a servant trembling in fear, pointing to a door that led to the palace crypts. "Something's down there," the servant stammered. "It tried to grab me." The king, reluctant to show fear, ordered his guards to investigate. But when they returned, their faces were pale as parchment. "There's nothing there, Your Majesty," they said, though their quivering voices betrayed their words. That night, Shahryar could not sleep. Scheherazade noticed his unease and offered to sit by his side. "Tell me what troubles you, my king," she said. "Something is wrong in this palace," he admitted. "I feel it in my bones." As the nights passed, the strange occurrences grew more frequent. Servants disappeared without a trace. Rotting corpses were found outside the palace gates, their eyes open but lifeless. Yet no one could explain what was happening. One night, as Scheherazade told another of her mesmerizing tales, the unthinkable happened. The palace was attacked, not by an army, but by the dead. Decaying figures, their eyes glowing with a sinister light, stormed the gates. They moved with unnatural speed, their guttural moans filling the air. The guards fought bravely, but the zombies were relentless. Shahryar and Scheherazade were forced to flee, taking refuge in the palace's highest tower. From there, they watched in horror as their kingdom descended into chaos. "What is happening?" Shahryar asked, his voice trembling for the first time. Scheherazade looked at him, her eyes filled with both fear and determination. "It is the curse of trust betrayed," she said cryptically. "What do you mean?" Shahryar demanded. But Scheherazade said nothing more. Days passed, and the palace was eerily silent. The zombies seemed to vanish as quickly as they had come, but Shahryar knew they were lurking in the shadows. With Scheherazade by his side, he devised a plan to escape and warn the people of his kingdom. They made their way to the royal armory, arming themselves with swords and shields. Shahryar was impressed by Scheherazade's bravery as she swung her sword with practiced ease. Together, they fought their way through the palace, cutting down any zombies that crossed their path. But as they neared the palace gates, they were surrounded. The undead closed in, their rotting hands reaching for them. Shahryar prepared for the worst, but Scheherazade stepped forward, chanting an ancient incantation. The zombies stopped in their tracks, their glowing eyes fixed on her. Shahryar watched in astonishment as they slowly retreated, disappearing into the shadows. "How did you do that?" he asked, his voice filled with awe. Scheherazade turned to him, a sad smile on her lips. "There is much you do not know about me, my king." The kingdom rejoiced when Shahryar and Scheherazade returned, alive and victorious. The zombies had vanished, and the land began to heal. The king, now deeply in love with Scheherazade, decided to end his cruel practice of marrying and executing women. He announced that Scheherazade would remain his queen, for she had not only saved his life but also his soul. But on their wedding night, as Shahryar gazed at Scheherazade with newfound tenderness, she revealed a shocking truth. "My king," she said, her voice trembling. "I am not what you think I am." Shahryar frowned. "What do you mean?" "I am the one who brought the zombies," she confessed, tears streaming down her face. "It was the only way to make you see the darkness in your heart. The curse is tied to me, and as long as I stay by your side, the plague will return." Shahryar was stunned. "But why? Why would you risk everything?" "Because I love you," Scheherazade said. "And I wanted you to see that love can heal even the deepest wounds." Before Shahryar could respond, Scheherazade kissed him gently and stepped back. "Goodbye, my king," she whispered, disappearing into the night. The king searched for her for years, but she was never found. The zombies never returned, and Shahryar ruled as a just and compassionate king, forever haunted by the memory of the woman who had saved him and the kingdom in ways he could never fully understand.